not? Hey everybody, I'm Taylor here with Taste Tiny Worlds. Welcome. Brian, aka Talented Lad, will be joining us here shortly. Tonight I'm painting up the Kingdom Death Boxer. She does have the cape. I took the cape off for painting purposes. Let me hold her up there so you can see her a little bit better. Adjust the focus there. Good stuff. And there's the cape. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Brian's priming a few things, and so he will be joining us here momentarily. Did I practice that a bit? Hello, Marty. Hope everybody's having a good Friday so far. I'm going to be working in a lot of layers, starting with Tanned Flesh by Army Painter. You want to give Army Painter paints a real good shake. Reason being, they will come out super oily, like pre-thinned basically, but they come out really watery like that, so you gotta shake them up real good. I think that's okay. Apply a vigorous shake, we shall see. Let me scoot this out of the way here so I get my arm in there, knock some of my paint over while I'm at it. Gonna be working with a lot of colors here tonight, so we gotta keep our paint straight. So I'm using this as my base coat, and we will be applying several other colors over it, so I'm going to try to keep it as thin as possible. Alright, work my way around to that thick butt cheek there. Yep, I'm definitely starting with my darkest coat on this and working my way up to my lightest coat. Make sure I get a nice even application there. Make sure I don't forget the inside of her leg. Now, usually if I'm not doing contrast paints, I prefer to work with black as my primer. Funny story with this. I actually started out, so I primed the seafoam green originally, and it came out really gritty. Probably because we don't use the seafoam green that often. I don't know. Maybe had dust on the nozzle. Who the hell knows? So I wound up going back over it with white. So I still kind of wanted that seafoam green. I'm going for a much lighter skin tone than I normally do. So we'll see what happens. I think it should be okay. Sure you get up in that butt crack. See if I can pull this down a little bit. Still have room to work. There we go. Nice even brush strokes. All in the same general direction. You can see there's definitely a little bit of a color change there. From light to dark where it goes from the green to the white. Definitely not a great prime job, but You know, no mistakes, happy accidents. There was a little bit of the grit from the seafoam green still left on there. Brian said he couldn't see it, but like I can totally see it, probably because I know it's there. Not quite certain what I'm going to do about it yet. We'll see how well it shows once she's painted. Right now I'm going to come back and do my wash over that. So I'm tempted to come back over that actually and do a second layer. I'm trying to keep it nice and thin though. I can be a bit heavy-handed with my layers. It's putting it nicely. Hang on, everybody. Brian, are you okay? Whoop. Did you faint again? I'll be right back, everyone. Did you faint again? I like how he told me it was going to be 2 minutes, and it's like totally like 10 minutes. Here he is, everyone, the man of the hour. Joining us in the laundry room, it's Brian. Everyone give a round of applause.
Hey.
So what precisely are you working on this evening?
Right now, looks like more prep.
I said you were working on Warhammer terrain. I figured that covered...
That covers everything, absolutely.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you were doing any kit bashing or anything tonight.
Which of the contrasts do you have up here? Are you missing a few of them? I'm looking for skeleton work.
Oh, that is upstairs. It should be in that box on my end of the sofa.
Okay.
Important tip when painting details, paint as if they aren't there. Well, I should say when painting the area around details. So always come back and pick them up later. That way you avoid any miss spots. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead here. Oh, need to do this arm. Do you see it?
Well, yeah, I see it. Thank you.
Getting your neck here. Oh, where'd the music go? There you go. What you gonna use a skeleton horse for?
Skeletons!
Are you actually using it for skeletons? I never actually have used it for skeletons.
Oh, it's easy.
I'm sure it is. I usually just use it for skin. I know. There we go. That's taking much better. Second time's the charm.
Where'd you go?
Oh god, no.
I miss you so.
No Fort Liner.
It's like it's been forever.
Oh god. Trill.
Barbecue those burgers and ribs.
Hey. Is that what he says there?
There's like a verse about their barbecue and burgers and ribs.
Is there?
Yeah.
I haven't listened to that song since it came out.
Jam.
Champagne Jam.
Oh, Champagne Jam. What's up, Kath?
Hey, Gathera. How are you this Friday? This Friday evening.
Friday's Eve.
That's not Friday's Eve. Friday's Eve would be Thursday.
Oh. Suck the fun out of it.
By being right.
Pagans called it Friday's Eve.
Hey.
Bet you didn't know that, did you?
Hey. If you're referring to Thursday, I'm sure you're correct.
Pliny the Elder wrote about it.
About how they called Friday the day before Friday.
It's been a long week, everybody.
It has been. But you know what? It's over now. Praise and glory be. So,
Pretty good, Kath. I'm finishing up this Warcry stuff. And I'll send it out tomorrow.
do you like how it came out? How it's coming out?
Yeah. I got some Green Stuff World leaf litter, which is basically just birch seeds, but like the the Green Stuff World.
They packaged
version
them up
of-
for you.
Yeah, it was really available, so I'm fixing that. I think that'll be a nice look on Warcry. I haven't seen like the fall.
Could you buy them cheaper by like going to like?
Actually, no, and that's one of the reasons why I got it, because birch seeds, for whatever reason, are pretty expensive. It's about the same price anyway.
Is that because of the demand from birch seeds to make tiny leaves?
I don't know, man.
Is the demand driving the price up? Why the hell are almonds like $8 a bag?
Wasn't that like a shortage a few years ago or something?
Was there?
There was an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm about it, sort of.
What the fucking almond shortage? But yeah, they're like literally like $8 a bag.
So who's this chick you're working on here?
This is a
Okay.
boxer. She's one of the generic characters. This is his Warcry scenery he's working on here. I'm trying to pull
I just put
this.
some of the skeleton horde contrast on there.
Where'd you put
On
it?
the
Oh,
skulls.
let's see.
It's easy. You just paint them white and then you just slap that on there. It's-
But where's the fun? I like using it as like a layer. Oh, it would help if I painted her stomach, wouldn't it? Probably be most helpful. It'd also be super helpful if this thing wasn't like super stiff.
What's up?
If this thing wasn't like super stiff. This what guy did you miss?
Skeleton. It's the whole side of them. See it?
Oh,
I
yes.
don't know how I missed it.
I do that where you forget to paint the back of
That was
something.
one of the last things I painted last week, though. So. Makes sense.
Were you tired?
Yeah, because I know these skeletons are going to break off. I'm going to have to fix it. They're like, not only can you not dry brush it, you can't really brush it. Like, I can't believe they put these little fiddly bits on here.
It's because they don't care. They want it to break, so you have to buy another one. It's their whole plan.
They've got the fall right now. Look at it.
It probably would have been easier if they weren't assembled first.
Yeah.
Well, I'm waiting for her skin here to dry. I'm going to go ahead and start working on her other details. This arm drives me nuts.
What?
It's really stiff, and it's like either too close to you or
You
like
loosen it up a little bit.
Also, too, with this angle, I have my computer out. It's like really weird. There we go. All right. What am I doing now? I'm doing her bikini. Her bikini bottom. She was actually really easy to assemble. It was just like, you know how I was telling you earlier how I had the malfunction with the spray paint, and then I dropped the miniature.
Yeah.
When I dropped her tape thing came off, which is okay because that actually makes everything else on her way easier to paint. One of those happy accidents.
See, like I thought the cape looked like some like enchanted cape or something. You know what I mean? Like in D&D or Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, you can get like an enchanted rope or an enchanted sword that's like animated and has like a personality and kind of hangs out with you and shit.
Like carpet.
Yeah, like a flying carpet kind of.
No, I mean specifically carpet from Aladdin.
I blocked it out.
There.
Yes.
You blocked that movie from your memory.
I sure did.
Baby.
I'm a hater.
That was from the era of Disney I don't mind, personally.
Same here, to be honest.
That was like Disney's heyday. You know what I mean? You got like freaking like Beauty and the Beast and the Little Mermaid and like, I know you don't like it, but Mulan.
Mulan's not my favorite.
Mulan's one of the later stages of Disney, but still during the very good
Mulan
period.
was just kind of fill in the blanks at that point.
Well, they're all very fill in the blank.
I mean...
There's a girl who pines for a guy, some shit happens, somebody almost dies, and then they get together at the end, and there's magic.
Yeah, that's magic.
With lots of sing-alongs.
Yeah, there's some songs and there's some animals that talk, and only the main character can understand them.
Or there's talking, like, enchanted fucking, like, furniture. Or rugs. Rug doesn't actually talk. The carpet or whatever his name was. He just kind of, like, takes different shapes depending on his mood. Genie's actually really annoying.
I'm glad you think so.
I can't imagine how annoying the fucking, like, not Wes Smith, Will Smith Aladdin, like, the Genie from the Aladdin movie. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Where he's played by Will Smith. I can't imagine how annoying he is in that.
I'm not gonna find out.
That's what you think. Little do you know, I've queued it up for you already upstairs. That's what we're gonna do tonight, everybody, after we get done screaming, is go watch the fucking live-action Aladdin movie.
Are you working on anything tonight, Kev? Just chilling like a villain?
You really should watch Fox and the Hound, though. That came out in, like, the 80s.
I watched part of it.
No, you didn't. You sat around hating on it and saying...
I didn't hate on it.
You refused to watch it. You, like,
No,
sang songs to Marty as you walked through the room as I'm trying to watch it, about how, like, you're not going to watch it. No, dude, like, that's old school Disney, though. It's, like, it's pure. It's based off of a book. It's very true to the book. Animals die.
They don't die in it.
Yeah, they do.
You said you get...
The mom gets shot in the first 5 minutes and you never see her again.
Oh, now I have to read this.
He's got to go live with... Exactly, so I'm going to spoil it for you. He's got to go live with this old lady, and their next-door neighbor has hunting dogs, and he befriends one of the hunting dogs, and the hunting dog goes away for the winter and learns how to be a hunter, and then they can't be friends anymore. And so the hunting dog is hunting the fox, and, like, there's a fight out with the bear, and everybody almost dies. And the hunting dog, like, lets the fox escape, and then, like, limps back to, like, the man. That's the end. No, the man and the old woman, like, it's implied that the old woman comes over now and takes care of the old man since he broke his leg in a fight with the bear. But he totally shot the fox's mother in the first 5 minutes of the movie. The movie opens and she's running desperately across several fields, and you can, like, hear the hunting dogs, like, baying after her, and she's carrying her baby in her mouth.
This is dark.
Well, you're the one who didn't want to watch it, so now I'm just fucking like spoiling it for you.
I'm not sure I could handle.
She drops him in
It's
a patch.
dark.
She drops him in a patch of grass when she realizes she won't be able to escape, like by a fence post. She drops him and then she runs off and you hear the gunshots in the distance. The bang stops.
And then does the song and the dance start?
No. Then the birds come and try to take care of him, and then they like create like a reason for one to come outside by flying away with her laundry. She's hanging out to dry, and she wanders over and finds the baby fox and takes care of him. At the end, though, he can't come back and live with her anymore because of the dog, so he like gets a girlfriend and goes out in the woods. And then there's a terrible sequel I've never. Did you ever see the sequel to fucking Lady and the Tramp?
There's a sequel?
It's horrible.
Oh.
It is so bad. It was one of those straight to DVD movies. Like, we owned it, and like, it was really terrible.
You have this thing with. Hang on. I need to show everybody this. This paint water.
So this bottle, everybody hang on. Let me tell you about this paint bottle. I didn't used to paint in this room. When I came in here, the paint had evaporated to the bottom of the thing. Yeah, I don't want to hear it. Instead of bitching, go get some paint water.
Some Necromunda
go get some paint water.
Like Turkish coffee.
Let's talk about your side of the table. But anyway, that's the Fox and the Hound, everyone.
Fresh out of a mountain stream. Look at that.
Since Brian refuses to watch it, I have now told him about it. He doesn't have to watch it.
I didn't say that. It sounds very good. I would like to see this.
You enjoy the
Fox and the Hound film.
You enjoy The Secret of Nim.
Yeah.
I think I don't recommend good
I didn't
movies.
say I wouldn't watch Fox and the Hound.
Yes, you did. He's denying it, everyone. I watch his movies all the time.
Thin your pint. Note to self to thin my pint.
There. But did you thin your pants?
What?
But did you thin your pants? I had this one guy this one time. He's like, "Did you thin your pants?" And I'm like, "What layer?" He's like, "I don't know. Did you thin them?" And I'm like, "Well,
Who said
this guy on Facebook." Like, which layer are you talking about? He's like, "Well, good question." And then it died from there. The thin your pants thing is.
It's like some condescending asshole shit.
It's like saying cool stories.
It's like drill your barrels. Drill your barrels.
At least that one kind of makes sense. That's like the assholes that are like, "But did you thin your pants?" And I'm like, nobody asked you.
It's usually in like a way to like, if you did something really cool, like people just want to shut it down with the, "Oh yeah, but you didn't drill your barrels."
You thin your pants.
You didn't drill your barrels.
Drill your barrels, thin your pants. I can see why, drilling your barrel would matter. But at the same time,
Does it matter not to be an asshole about it?
It's a lot of work.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. Like, although I'm kind of an asshole about terrain, so.
That you are. I have not been doing this long enough to be an asshole about anything. I've not found my asshole tick yet.
Do we have the plumbers down there? Video?
Nope.
It's upstairs?
Somewhere? Yes. Probably by the back door. Alright, this is. Well, her legs are dry. Her stomach is still drying because I totally forgot to paint that. But. Alright. Reichland! I really wanted to do Caribou Crimson, but if you were here last week, you remember me spilling the entire bottle of Caribou Crimson. So that's not happening today. So Reichland it is. You can well, I can totally see that grit. Like, maybe it's just because I know what's there.
What grit? Oh, from the spray paint?
Yeah. I was joking with myself earlier I was going to turn it into freckles. Or, like, moles. The promo card has, like, a bunch of, like, tattoos and stuff on there. I don't know if I have a steady enough hand to do, like, little teeny tiny tattoos. If I can, I should get a job at a tattoo parlor, show up with my resume and be like, I can do little 28mm tattoos. Oh, good. Like, these are not really good. They're just little. And I'm like, yeah, but look at that detail for how small they are.
A little tiny person.
You know how, like, you go to, like, freaking, whatchamacallem, like, tattoo parlors, and they have, like, the book of, like, all the tattoos and stuff?
Yeah.
This is my Instagram? These are my miniatures I paint? You should totally let me give people tattoos. I'd be a terrible tattoo artist. My hand be shaking everywhere.
So I got this Green Stuff World Natural Meat Glitter. This is that basically birch seeds, but they look like little tiny dead leaves. I was just gonna put some little pieces like this. See, I forgot to paint the skulls in there. So instead of going back and just putting some more white on my brush just for that, I'm gonna put some birch seeds on there, and it's gonna look like birch seeds. Kind of a fall look.
What's really crappy is, like, some paints in the same brand, like, they'll come out, like, really, like, nicely and, like, a good consistency, and some of them are just, like, oily as hell. And, like, no matter how much you shake them, like, they stay oily, like, fuck you.
I want to kind of help this along. Make sure all these pieces get stuck down in the glue somehow. Just by pressing it in with the back end of the brush.
Like a pro.
I might take a little piece at the end. Just put it on top.
Can't you put glue down and, like, dump some on and then shake it off?
Yeah, but then the top layer is always going to be kind of weak. You know what I mean? Like if you smush it down and get a little bit of glue on everything, it holds better.
Let's see. Is it, like, something about the color of the paint that makes it do that, though? Where, like, it'll be the same brand and some will be really oily and some will be, like, normal? Or is it just, like, that paint bottle? Or, like, what is it?
What paints are you talking about in particular?
So, like, a lot of, like, army painters' flesh tones, for example, they come out really oily, right? Whereas they're, like...
Well, that's a dip. That's not technically a paint. Or
No,
a paint.
I mean... No, I'm talking, like... tanned flesh, for example.
Yeah.
That's a pain.
You gotta shake it.
I did.
No, I don't know.
It just comes out thin. I guess it's just the brand for that color. I was looking at buying paint today. It's expensive. You know what I
You've
mean?
got a whole shipment in it, what? I don't.
You wanna go? Well,
So what are you looking for? We don't have all the paint, but
I'm not. I can't go tomorrow, but I'll come in like next Saturday, or maybe next Friday. I'll come in for a little bit. I just want to stock up on some more of the contrast paints. I've been using a lot of yours and get some more,
no.
actual like
It's
paint
okay. You don't
paints.
have to.
No. There's some colors I
Good
use.
wife right there. She's replenishing my paints.
Well, I've used some of them.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yes, it looks very nice. Look, she has like little growths.
She does.
No, seriously. Like, these are little
Sorry,
sandwiches.
yeah. Like little pimples or something.
Yes. She has those ingrown hairs. And shaving. At the end of the day, I might still strip her down and just take it up from scratch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think you gotta do that.
Well, I'm also not a fan of her, like, bubonic plague look she's got going right now. I'll clean her up all the way and see how I feel about it. What did you think about going tonight?
What?
I said, how did you thinking about going tonight?
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know.
Just thinking.
Okay.
Susie. I mean, I think he tried to take it.
I was gonna say never go in with a, like, concrete plan. I'll be fine. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Yes.
Do you drop cramps?
Don't think so. That's my question. Shit, I missed her ear. Ay.
You still there, Kev?
I think he's left the building. Alright, I shook the shit out of it. Came out kind of okay. They're still very watery. So what you gonna be working on this weekend?
I'm gonna finish this up tomorrow, and then go play my first game of Warcraft.
You were saying if I wanted to play Tau, I should look at Warcry.
Kill team.
Oh, okay. I was about to say they don't have anything for Tau for Warcraft.
Kill Team.
Okay.
So Kill Team, you just get the 2019 compendium or whatever. Has all the rules in there. There's just battles in there too. Basically, you just need to build up a squad of maybe like 8 to 10 guys, and they don't have to be all the same.
Oh,
That's
no,
all
you're
we
fine.
had. We couldn't tell if we dropped range or not.
Do you think I would like Kill Team?
It's a much cheaper entry point.
Is Kill Team pretty accurate for actual 40k playing?
Do what?
Is
What
Kill
do you mean accurate?
You know how Blackstone Fortress isn't necessarily like an accurate rendering of playing
I mean,
40k?
Kill Team is, yeah. It's kind of like Necromunda. I think it's a little more watered down than Necromunda. Maybe easier depending how you look at it.
So, like, in regard to is Kill Team just kind of like team show up and fight? Like, you know how with Warcry, it's like we got to impress the god of whatever.
Within the story?
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, Kath is saying, like, he only uses 5 models, which is doable, too. But,
Okay.
So Warhammer 40,000 is, like, these armies of, like, tens of thousands fighting, right?
Yes.
And, like, Kill Team's basically the idea that within that, there's these special ops things, and, like, what's it like to a squad of guys, basically? What's it like to the individual? You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's like smaller combat, and like it's more mixed units. Like you're more likely to have like a commander or whatever next to like a regular guy, or you know what I mean?
I see. I did like that in Witcher with what's her face, the Queen, Calanthe. How like every time they had a battle, she's like in the battle.
Yeah. And she had like a trophy husband.
Uh,
You know what I mean?
hmm Powerless trophy husband.
Well, no, he wasn't powerless. He just kind of seemed
He was powerless compared to her.
content in his role.
Than to let her run around like violently slaughtering people. I liked her character. I understand she wasn't supposed to be like, you know, a good guy or whatever, but I liked her character, you know what I mean?
She wasn't a bad guy either. It's just
Very queenly, you know? Like, I feel like that's how, like, some, like, domineering queen would behave. You know what I mean? Without going into, like, spoilers, you know?
yeah.
I was disappointed with Mel Sack's character.
Hey, what's up, Red Momo?
Hey, Ren Momo, how are you this evening?
We're talking The Witcher and Kill Team. Not at the same time, though.
Well, kind of at the same time, you can have, like, a kill team. It can be, like, Geralt, Dandelion, Ciri, Yennefer, and who else? Who else is going to participate in this kill team?
This is terrible.
That dragon guy, right?
Terrible. Terrible.
What's the name of the Borscht? So you have Borscht, Yennefer.
Is that his name?
Yeah,
Isn't Borscht like beet soup?
probably. That's the thing with these. So I notice it in particular. So I'm reading the first Witcher book, and it's kind of noticeable there. It's really noticeable in Warhammer. These made up ass names.
Well, The Witcher's taken from Polish, I think.
But these made up ass names, right? Every woman and oh no. So Ren Momo, I have not. So fans played the third Witcher game, and I'm reading the first Witcher book. We watched the first series, so I don't know if we're referring to the same dragon guy or not. And I don't want to go into spoilers, but every woman in Warhammer is named some variation of Elizabeth.
No.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, in all the Warhammer novels, their names are all Elizabeth or Elsabeth or like some like.
Really?
Yes, I've noticed
Well,
it.
you've read
Like
all
both.
more Warhammer novels.
I've only read like 3 or 4.
You've
Whatever.
read more than me.
When you read goddamn Go Truck and Felix, were there like not women in that? There was one woman.
There was like dwarf woman.
No, there's that vampire woman they make friends with, and she gets her own series.
Who?
There's a vampire woman. She's got short silver hair, and they make friends with her, or they encounter her, I should say. Dragon guy. Insert the bait. Oh, I gotcha. But they make friends with her. Like, I have to look this up now. I considered reading it because it's a vampire novel, but then I read vampire accounts and I was wildly like, eh. There's a Lisbeth or Elsbeth or something in that too. One of the vampires, he starts out like he's a I was calling him a witcher. He's a witch hunter. He and his brother-in-law and the Vampire Wars. Hang on, I'm just gonna make it easy. Go Truck and Felix Vampire. He starts out as a witch killer, and he gets turned into a vampire. Witch hunter, and he gets turned into a vampire. But he and his brother-in-law are on a quest to avenge their wives who were killed by like whatever the Warhammer Fantasy equivalent of like Chaos Cultists is.
Well, yeah, it's still Chaos Cultists.
Okay.
There's a lot of cultists in Warhammer Fantasy. So, more Instagram stuff.
Yeah, Ulrika Magdova. Remember encountering Ulrika Magdova?
No. Hey, put the link up, Red Momo.
If it'll let you. Apparently she's on the search for a lost dwarf stronghold of Carag Doom. Okay, so Felix first met Ulrika on the dwarf airship Spirit of Grungni.
Oh, was that when they went into the Chaos Wastes?
As they flew to the far north in search of the
lost
dwarf.
That was sick. I read that.
So you did encounter Ulrika.
But she was a vampire?
Yes.
I did not know that. I was young when I read it.
Apparently she has an affair with Felix.
I didn't realize she was a vampire.
No. Baby.
I'm serious.
Baby. Baby.
I don't pay attention when I read. I just kind of like keep checking and see how many pages are.
Yep. I'm sorry, written memo. I don't know why. I checked my settings here again, and they're still like everything should be allowed.
It's still doing that?
Yeah. As I sit here and peel paint off my fingers, waiting for her torso to do some drying. So I'm trying to paint blonde hair tonight. I painted blonde hair once, and I hated how it turned out. You ever painted blonde hair?
Yeah, it's usually some form of yellow or like...
I know, but it looks crappy sometimes. Oh yeah. I remember, you showed us last time, the Gaslands cars. Those were cool. Those were most cool. Yellow is just kind of an ugly color is the problem. You know what I mean?
No. There's all kinds of nice... There's one at work called Ice Yellow. I think it's a Vallejo. No, it's not Vallejo.
Oh yeah, I also have Tau-aligned Turians from Mass Effect. That's cool. So, do they have... I'm gonna show my ass here a little bit. Like, when you say they're for Mass Effect, like, did you, like, kit bash them for Mass Effect? Or, like... Because I know Mass Effect is a video game. Help me, Brian.
So, the Turians are, like, it starts with a G. I forget the guy's name. He's, like, one of the consistent characters throughout the whole series.
Throughout what Mass Effect?
Yeah. He's a Turian, right? Garrus, that's it.
So the Tau for this are the same Tau as like Warhammer Tau?
No.
They're different Tau?
Yeah.
That's so confusing. That is so confusing. Yeah, more cars!
No, you just having fun with it. I mean... You can mix in whatever you want. That's the beauty of it.
Don't worry, everybody. I know I'm an idiot. I just recently found out, like last week, that apparently Party of Five is not like a restaurant comedy like frickin' like Cheers. That it's actually some really soapy
Sometimes you wanna go.
See, you can see why I would think that. You can see we were being sent a photo over Instagram. Boom, boom, boom. I don't think her impromptu acne will be that bad or that noticeable. Something always happens to my miniatures whenever I paint Kingdom Death miniatures. It's like, what's that? You paid $27 for this? Let's fuck it up. Her hair has like a butt crack in her ponytail I'm trying to get. Has like butt cheeks. Is the way it's whipping around. What team are you playing tomorrow in Warcry?
I'm playing Untamed Beasts, and I don't know if they're any good or not.
Are those the Beastmen?
I'll check my Instagram in a second.
I don't know if you sent it to me or you.
I was just thinking that I was going to check mine. Instagram's really stupid on computers for some reason.
I know. Have you ever tried to load something to Instagram from your computer?
Videos. That's the only thing I've been able to do.
I think I did it once and it was a pain in the ass.
I'm getting birch seeds everywhere.
I thought you said you're getting burpy and I'm like, ew. Don't sit over there and just belch.
That's pretty cool, right?
Yes, it looks very nice.
You don't care.
Yes, I do. It looks so nice.
You think it looks stupid.
Here, I'll also get some birch seeds to sit there and sprinkle around my vampire house once it stops being just a house and starts being, like, grounds and such.
Who did you send it to? I don't have any messages. I'm a TLS Terrain.
I do have no messages. Oh, he too does not know how to use Instagram. You're one of our people! Brian, so you know how I sent you that message the other day you're asking me about? I had to sit there and like go on break and Google how to like access my messages again from
Facebook?
No, from Instagram. Like
I sent you a message on there?
No, I like that message I got that I was telling you about.
Oh yeah.
Like, I, like, do not know, fundamentally, how to use Instagram. Like, I'll see that I get a message, and I'll open the message, and then I won't be able to get back into my messages. So unless I, like, have a message, I don't know where that is. Oh, you got it! Go you! Teach all of us. Spread that knowledge around.
Teach us your ways.
Your ways of knowing how to use technology. What's funny is how the shade is really making that leg acne pop. Look at it.
She's like some Nurgle chick now or something.
I might have to strip that. It's
That's
terrible.
good.
No, it doesn't.
That's
Like,
great.
shut up. Shut up.
I think I gotta say no. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh shit,
I'm on
don't you
Twitch.
dare.
There it is.
Don't you dare. Don't you motherfucking dare. There we go.
These are the Talturian. I can see it. Yeah.
Let me see.
I can't zoom in on it though.
Oh, those are nice. I like those. Very nice.
You're gonna 3D print these?
Are you gonna get a 3D printer one day?
Yeah, I feel like you're gonna be the 3D printer in the family because I can't even do my taxes without getting pissed off.
You're doing your taxes this year.
Why?
Get your tax return so we can freaking file, so we get our taxes back sometime before, like, next year. Did they give them to you yet, your tax returns?
I might have access to it. I can check.
Please do. I hate tax time. Back in the day when I actually used to get a tax return, I always used to look forward to it, and I'm just like, oh, like, let's just get it out of the way. I found them on Thingiverse. What exactly is Thingiverse?
It's like an open source, like you can post STL files for 3D printing on there.
Oh, okay.
It's all free.
That's cool.
Love these leaves, man.
Love them.
It's like so Warcry. I don't know.
I keep wanting to call them fennel seeds.
Birch seeds.
I was cooking with fennel seeds earlier.
Yeah, you definitely put everything in that broth, didn't you? Yeah. One more pick I'm gonna send your way. Just need the reopen stuff.
We will keep an eye out. I was going for pho flavor. We didn't have any star anise, so I was like,
I definitely got a flavor from
I
it.
think those the.
Star anise.
It's probably the allspice.
Taylor made some like soup earlier that was
It was
all the spices.
No, it wasn't all the spices. I was definitely I had a flavor destination in mind. Let's call it that, a flavor destination. Kinda got there. Which was pretty good considering I was like bullshitting off things I found in the kitchen. Not sure how this is gonna turn out. I feel like one of those stressed out designers on Project Runway.
Everything's turning into a Project Runway now.
I'm sorry, Mr. Toss a coin for your Witcher or whatever the hell
Toss a coin for
Yeah.
you.
He walked around singing that for like a week and it was terrible.
I think all of America did.
I did not, because I had you belting it out, like bellowing like a dying cow.
I have my Patreon sub top tier for $8. Hang on, I heard my phone go off. That was probably a message. Check it in a second. I'm doing the leaves. Making a mess.
At least you're not doing this upstairs.
It's a lot easier to sweep it up down there.
Yep. Or it doesn't get absorbed into the carpet immediately.
I'm gonna toss a coin to your Witcher.
If you start singing that song again, I swear to Christ.
Instagram. Oh, those are cool. So it's like Mandalorian armor.
Oh, I like that. I like the horns.
There's some crazy 3D designers out there these days.
Well, when the tech becomes accessible to everybody, you know, that's what happens.
I remember a few years ago, like a few people knew how to print, but nobody was really on the design part of it yet.
Remember that was like, what, 2016?
Yep. Times change.
Times they are changing.
Do you think you're gonna strip that the miniature?
I don't know.
You sound so sad.
That's the thing. It's a $27 miniature. It better come out, you know.
Just go. Let's do the leaves.
You think if I waited for the painted areas over her leg to dry completely and went back and sanded that off and then came back and just like primed it by hand and well, no, it's all over. It's in her hair. It's kind of on her face. God damn it. Here, can you hold the fort down for a few?
Hold the fort down? Yeah. You alright?
Yeah. I'll be back.
I'm holding the fort down, apparently.
Oh, Lord.
Let me show you the mess I'm making with all my birch seeds over here. I definitely don't want to overdo it with these, so I'm just doing maybe at one spot per pillar, if that. You okay?
Hi, everybody. Tonight we're stripping miniatures.
Fort has been held down.
The boundary was held. The boundary was not breached.
We held the line. Yeah, these are, it's Green Stuff World, natural leaf litter, but depending on where you are in the world, it might be cheaper to just get birch seeds. This is $6 for, I don't know, was it maybe 4 ounces or something?
How much is it if you just buy them from
Yeah,
like...
it's very similar here in North Carolina. Like, if you go to a nursery and buy seeds, I actually think you might get a little bit more from Green Stuff World. But I don't know, like maybe some part of the world you get birch seeds everywhere. I don't know. I don't know anything about seeds.
Damn it, I'm a terrain guide, not a botanist.
Not a botanist, goddammit.
I'm just called a botanologist. At least it's cutting off very easily. And that's the most important thing, guys. Don't be afraid to completely screw it up. As long as you don't break it, you can always fix it. There was one of these, oh shit, there goes her head. But let's just return it, Joe, it's fine. Might have to re-glue her.
Yeah, be careful.
Well, that's the thing. The ponytail is a piece that's glued on, you know?
Don't be afraid to fucking up.
No, like, that's just some glue that came off. It's fine. It's perfectly fine.
In your DC, I went to school in Baltimore, actually. Very familiar with the area and the traffic.
Traffic's just bad on, like,
The,
in general, you
in
know?
the mid-Atlantic states, it's crazy. Worst traffic I've ever been in was in DC.
So is DC
It
set up
was like
similar?
5 hours to go like a half hour.
So is DC set up like similar to North Carolina, where like everybody's from one area and works in a completely different area?
Well, DC's small. DC's like the size of a county here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I went to DC once.
You get people from Virginia and people from Maryland.
Yeah, see, in North Carolina, what winds up happening is everybody lives on one side of town and commutes to work on the other side of town, so we're all just constantly moving in the same direction at the same time, creating all kinds of traffic jams. And somebody always fucks it up by getting in a wreck. Then everybody else fucks it up by driving by really slowly so they can look and see exactly what happened.
That's everywhere though. That's not a North Carolina thing.
You gotta make sure you look really close though so you can explain exactly to your boss why you're half an hour late. Well, see, what had happened was, it looked like this woman tried to change lanes, but she did it to the right instead of the left.
I need to learn to drive there. Oh wow. So you're learning to drive in DC?
Good luck. Good freaking luck.
Oh wow.
That's so much better.
Well, are you like in the suburbs? Or are you like downtown? I mean,
Next to the Beltway, or I've been to DC once in like 8th grade, and I do not remember much. Except for the homeless guy I tripped over twice. Same homeless guy.
you don't remember the Smithsonian or anything. You remember the homeless guy you tripped over.
Yes, pretty much.
I remember some homeless guys that were jamming out, like banging on these buckets. Like they were killing.
Hey, I mean, why not? Did you leave a tip?
No, I could hear them all around DC though. Like all day.
That is so much better. She's back to being smooth now. No more.
I keep moving this off camera. I'm sorry, guys.
No more horrible, like, ingrown hair looking things going on her legs. I feel like she needs to go see Dr. Pimple Popper.
Doing the show.
What? Everybody loves Dr. Pimple Popper. Gonna dry this off in my shirt like a G.
Like an OG hobbyist. You get the paint shirt.
This is not a paint shirt. This is actually a very nice shirt. It's brand new and I bought it for $3.
This will be downtown forever. Yeah, like DC's one of those cities where you get people from everywhere. Some people never driven in snow before, and they definitely get some snow there. What are you looking for? What kind of?
It's great down here. When it snows, nobody's ever driven in snow. And so, like, everything closes. Good luck trying to buy water. It's like, what's that? You thought you were going to buy a case of water? Remember that guy who grabbed,
No, he was like about to throw his arms out of the socket.
How many cases of water did he have?
Too many for an old man to carry.
It was, like, more than 2. Like, they brought the water out and everybody's standing around waiting. And, like, this guy grabs, like...
You're having a hurricane in North Carolina, so everyone's packing up on water and everything.
The thing is, you don't drink that much water normally. Like, how much water do you...
It's just like bread and milk when there's a Storm, everyone wants bread and milk, but in reality, they don't even use bread and milk on a normal basis.
Like, how much bread can these people possibly be going through? Like, do you eat deli sandwiches every single day of your life? I know.
You hear Marty down there?
Sighing at us. When I was a kid, Shiloh, my dog, used to lie under the bed, under my parents' bed, and if you talked too much, he would, like, sigh. Like, second day driving, I was watching the road and everything. Guy turns from 2 lanes over and looks like he's trying to Mad Max ram me. And I went to the next lane over and then he went into your lane. Yeah!
Did he spray, like, silver spray paint in his mouth and scream, "Witness me!
Witness me as I take over your lane!
Witness me!"
Other drivers are the worst part about driving, I swear to God. Because you can control what you do, but you have no way of controlling what they're gonna do.
You can only react, yeah.
And they might do some crazy ass shit. And then there's some people, Brian pointed out the other day that there's some people, like, you can just feel the lateness, like, radiating off of them. They're, like, brushing their hair and, like, putting on makeup and, like, driving down the road. I gotta go prime her again. Or, oh, are you going in there?
You need to dry her out thoroughly.
She's dry. The base isn't completely dry, but she is dry. Were you about to go into the laundry
I'm
room?
gonna wash my hands and take a putt.
Can you, prime her while you're in there?
Yeah.
Can you prime her white, please?
Yes. Do you have anything else to work on while doing that?
Yes, I'm gonna work on her cape. Be a better public. I would too, I swear to God. See, I don't like driving. Like, I really don't. Ask Brian. Like, I really don't like driving. And if North Carolina had any kind of decent kind of transit, like public transit, I'd be on that in a heartbeat. The base is still a little wet, and I had to glue her back on the base, and I had to glue her ponytail back to her head, so please be careful.
Oh, well.
Hi, everybody. I'm upside down looking at you. Hello. Hello, it's me. It's Taylor. Hey. Hey.
Alright, so anyway, her little cape thing here. While Brian over there operates on her torso for me.
What am I doing to her torso?
You're spray painting it.
Oh. Well, spray paint the whole thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
What, do you think I actually wanted you to do something to it?
Why'd you say her torso?
Well, because I'm painting her cloak.
Oh. Okay, I got you.
Baby.
Never mind.
Baby. No, I need you to go in and actually kit bash her. I need you to hack off her arms, please, and I'm going to add some Drukari arms I have with a weapon.
That's one thing about DC is that they had a pretty decent
Yeah, they did.
subway line, from what I remember.
I enjoyed this.
I only rode it once, and I didn't need to take it in a hurry or to some random part of town or anything. It was pretty leisurely, so I'm not sure.
Like if you're trying to go to work.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it's like in practice, but it seemed nice. It seemed like, if I lived downtown in DC, something I would use.
That's the thing, if Raleigh had a subway, would you take the subway?
Do what?
If Raleigh had a subway, would you take the subway?
We don't really live in a part of Raleigh that would have a subway, though.
Yeah. That's the problem with living in the suburbs, I swear.
You hear Marty down here.
Yeah, it's just snoring. He's a pug beagle mix. So he snores really bad.
He's having a little Marty drink. There's a little pause.
Just let me buy my bus pass and go where I need to go, damn it. Keyword had. It's all run down and always bad now. I see. Well, when I was there in 2004, no, it was 2003. It was 2003 I was there. It was very nice. Apart from the homeless person I tripped over twice. Same homeless guy both times. Did you go to the Hard Rock Cafe in DC when you were there?
Me? No.
Have you ever been to the Hard Rock Cafe? It's very touristy.
Well, yeah, it's a Hard Rock Cafe.
I know.
You just get the T-shirt. Don't stick around for the burgers. Just get the shirt.
I know. I don't remember the burger. Cincinnati, where I'm from, they had okay public service or public transport. It depends on where you were trying to go. Like, if you were like moving around like Cincinnati proper, like downtown Cincinnati, there were buses for days. If you were like trying to get to like the outskirts of Cincinnati, like the more suburban areas, good freaking luck. They had like twice a day buses for like commuters, like park and ride. But other than that, there was nothing. And I used to have to like, I worked in like the suburbs and I lived downtown and I had like a 3 hour bus ride every day. It was terrible. Oh my god. It didn't even go like all the way where I needed it to go, so I'd have to like get off and walk. It was most shitty. I really do wish though, like there was a way to get everybody to utilize public service and just get people to stop driving their own cars. A, it'd be better for the environment. B, it would be so much safer. Like people can't drive for shit. I'm one of the ones who can't drive for shit, but like people can't drive for shit. On the street I live on, it's like a straight street, like long straight street. People just come flying down doing like 60. It's supposed to be 25, like 25 mile an hour speed limit. Like if we get somebody behind us and they're speeding, like Brian will intentionally go like exactly 25. Make them feel what it feels like to actually go the proper speed limit. Wow. But like it's super dangerous. I'll be out there trying to walk the dog and somebody will come blasting down our street. Yes, go grab your things. We will be here. I will be here. There we go. And see, your cape actually came out okay. The little jacket hoodie thing. Whereas her body, on the other hand, the body was kind of eh. Just a bit. Alright, there we go. There's a spot that I missed on her jacket. Right there on the zipper. Alright, there we go. Alright, so while I wait for that to dry and for Brian to return with my beautifully primed miniature I know he's working on for me. Oh shit, let me get this mist by real fast. Let me fix that. Yep, there we go, perfect, okay. Alright, so anyway, I'm gonna take a look at this Kroot tracker I was working on last week. I haven't really revisited him since. So I can see how he's coming, if he needs any additional touch-ups or anything like that. Here he is. I tried to go very grimdark with him. I wanted him to feel like, you know, like old school Warhammer. And as I'm looking at him, I realized I only dry brushed that one side. I didn't really dry brush the other side there. Bust out some aerators for some good old-fashioned blanche tissue. Dry brushing. I can't talk. Life is hard. Excuse me. Get most of my paint off my paintbrush by brushing it onto my hand. At any given time, I have so much paint on my hands, paint and glue. Like right now, I've got like dried Gorilla Glue on my fingers, and it's like driving me crazy. And this whole time I'm sitting here trying to will myself not to sit there and pick it off. Like dead skin. It's a losing battle. It's so hard. Alright, there we go. There we go. That's better. You can see there. It's starting to pop a little bit. See if there's anything else he needs. A little dry brush in there. On the feet. These little creases. Alright. He's popping. I now have like 4 containers of liquid down here. I have a glass of green stuff, 2 things of water, and then like a beer. I'm sitting here like looking at it, like which one's my actual drink? One of those is gonna get, accidentally taken a sip of tonight. Hopefully it will not the green stuff, simple green. Hopefully it will not be the simple green. Alright. So hang on just a second, folks. Give me 1 minute here. How come it's recording? Yes, Brian has not primed her quite yet. Little coat here is still drying. There's a spot in there. I don't know if you guys can really see that or not. There's a hole right, like, it's right there at the base of the hood, I guess. I can't decide if I'm just going to leave it like that, if I'm going to green stuff it in. I'm tempted to just kind of leave it like that, as like a stylistic choice. I don't know, though. I really don't know. Anyway, while I wait for the majority of that contrast Leviathan blue, not Leviathan, Leviathan, I'm gonna dump the whole bottle of silver out and start working on our zipper. Yay, little teeny tiny zippers. She also has these star details on her jacket. I might do them the same way I did the stars on her bra, or we'll redo them. I guess it'd be the correct thing to say there because I totally stripped her down. This guy did not quite escape the wrath of the matte green paint. He has a little bit of the bumpies going on there, but that's okay. It's nowhere near as bad as it was on her actual body. Looks like she had some kind of blistering infection. Yes, I hear the shake of the primer bottle now. Prime away, husband, prime away. He's in the other room, so I can hear him real good. There we go. We got our zipper. me touch up that spot there that I totally put my finger on before it was dry. When working with contrast paints, they go on really easy, but it's really important to make sure you get the same level of coverage all the way across, or it can be real blotchy.
What's up?
I was just explaining when you're using contrast paint, it's important to make sure you get the same level of coverage all the way across, otherwise it comes out like super blotchy.
Yeah, you also don't want to overprime.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Marty?
Having a nice Marty nap on the floor. Oh, you gotta go to bed. Go to bed. Good night. Farewell. Thank you for tuning in, Ren Momo. Adieu. Ren Momo is going to bed.
Alright, Red Momo. Thanks for hanging out. Are you streaming tomorrow, Taylor?
I have not decided as of yet. Do you think this is... You see the bumps on this one?
Is it wet?
I would hold it by the ears and the bottom.
I can't really see them.
I
mean, I believe you that they're there, but I don't think it's a big deal. That's what you're asking.
But I know they're there.
Okay.
Is she drawing?
Yes.
So since she doesn't have a name, what should I name
It's
her?
that weird primer too, so I would give it
What primer?
the white.
Oh, how's it weird?
It's sticky.
Oh.
Like, definitely let it dry, you know what I mean?
Let it dry.
Let it dry.
I like how, like, the sequel, I feel like it's supposed to be edgy because they have their hair in loose ponytails and they're being whipped around by the breeze, whereas in the first movie their hair was in braids and they looked much more, like, ladylike.
Is that, like, the reason?
I have no idea, but can't you see it?
I can't.
In some awful universe where they're like, it's edgy now. It's edgy. You wouldn't be down for a Warhammer Disney Princess crossover?
I told you, like, Michelle was doing the army.
Yes. No, but like you wouldn't watch like a Warhammer Disney Princess crossover movie? Oh my god, so what if you had like, there's no princesses in Warhammer. I know there's Fulgrim, but you know, actual princesses.
Fulgrim?
Every time I say there's no princess, they're like, it's Fulgrim! So yes, we know about Fulgrim, but like real princesses.
That's terrible. I don't like Fulgrim jokes.
What? I like Fulgrim.
I don't know, what did Fulgrim do?
I want to get like, you know how they have those RuPaul Drag Race t-shirts with the different drag queens on them?
They do?
Yes. I would get a Fulgrim shirt.
Why would I know about RuPaul Drag Race t-shirts?
Because you look at the $6 t-shirt section on the Hot Topic website all the time. Like, I agree, duh. Where do you think I get all my kick-ass t-shirts? Dude.
Let it go.
Do you like my creep guy?
Is he done?
Here, like, since you're actually painting right now, they can look at you. And I'm sitting here waiting for stuff to dry. What do you like him?
Is he done?
Yes. You see the Marty hair? He's turning off his face.
Yes, it looks very nice.
Does it look very Grimdark?
Yeah, I'd bring some metals back into it or rust. One of the two. Like, either the bright
He's
orange.
a hunter. He wouldn't have rusty weapons.
His gun is metal.
It wouldn't be rusty. He takes care of his weapons. He's a professional.
No, it puts more metal on it, though.
It's also dark and brown. I was looking at John Bland's pictures. I wonder if it looked like that. Very nice and muddy and shitty.
So, my buddy was telling me John Blanche uses, what do you call it? Winsor Newton inks. And they, like, reactivate when you go back over them, right?
Yes.
So I actually think I'm trying some out. That sounds kind of cool.
Yes.
It's like, kind of like watercolor painting.
You get the same effect by putting an ink on and then not waiting for it to dry before painting on the next layer.
Sort of, but it won't congregate. It won't, like, You know what I mean? It won't
It will if you do it
collect
wrong.
the same way.
Do what I do and break the paints. Use the contrast paints as your shades. Have you tried that? Using like contrast paints as shades and not like
For some,
glitter?
you can.
You try putting the black
Like
over something.
the Fire Slayer flesh I use on bronze sometimes.
Have you tried putting the black over anything?
No, that's too crazy. The gray is pretty good over things.
The white's good over like blues. You don't like towel blue. The towels are different colors though. Different shades of blue.
Yeah, just like people.
Well, like everyone always made it sound like they had to be some like milky blue, and some can be like turquoise blue, and some are really thin, like the air casts, like they have really thin bone structure, like birds, because they used to be the messengers and they used to have wings, but now they're the pilots. And since they spent so much time on space stations, like they've evolved to like not have wings anymore. But because they spend so much time in low gravity, their like body structures are still very light. I got the Tau Codex today, everybody. 8th edition, go me!
It's gonna be net listing in a hobby store near you.
Check out my Tau army, everybody.
So what's the motivation with the Tau army there? You want fresh faces?
For the greater good.
For the greater good.
It's all for the greater good.
I've never seen an army pissed. Like that's one thing I like about the Tau is like, why does everyone get so pissed off? Like it's just an army, man. It's a little fake army in a fake world doing fake things.
For the greater good.
I know, and everybody gets so mad. I'm not like a tournament player or anything, so maybe there's this whole other side to it I don't understand, but
Yeah.
the grades are good. Do you remember that in Hot Fuzz?
No, I don't remember anything from Hot
Hot
Fuzz.
Fuzz is a pretty good movie. This is really a focus. Holy cow.
Baby.
Holy cow.
You ever discover a spot you miss with your layer and you're like, fuck it, I'll just dry brush that area extra well. I take it you do not do this, you're a good painter.
Cannot get this to focus for shit.
It's so hard.
And like, here's his life. Can you help me with that? Like, that's the problem.
Oh god, okay, so that's blurry. Oh, you want me to do it? Let me clean
Yeah,
up this
because it
paintbrush.
takes like 30 seconds to show up on mine.
Yes, that's that delay. One of us dies or something. You have time to stop it.
It's so hard. Yeah, can we request some like big pun or something? That sounds about right. It's that kind of night. The grimy lyricist kind of night.
There you go. Now look at your screen and tell me if that's actually better.
I think. Maybe. You guys can't see.
If you can't
Here.
see something, say something.
Have you had Cameron on here yet?
No.
So I wanted to do kind of like a sandstone or limestone cemetery. Like I didn't want to do the usual grays.
Hang on.
What?
Oh, it's just really quiet. I'm gonna turn the music up a little bit, everybody. If I deafen you, tell me. If you guys are suddenly like deaf now, having music blasted at you, which I've totally done, I'm so sorry. trying to live.
He did lose 100 pounds before he died. So,
Oh, that'll be terrible. I'm not gonna say that. I'll be back.
I think he was like 26 or 27.
It's so hard.
He's in the driver 27 club. Maybe he was like 20.
Whenever you're at one of those like rock star death ages, you just feel like this is gonna be the year I'm gonna die. Well, I'm 33.
I thought that when I was, I thought that when I was 27. Like, nothing happened. Like, literally nothing happened. It was like a terrible year.
Uptown, uptown.
Actually, the end of that year, I met you.
Oh, that was the best year. There's so much hair on this. It's been Martinized.
Get that Marty hair on it.
Mm-hmm, that good Marty hair. It's so hard. Take my life. It's so hard. You ain't fucking my wife, taking my life. Are you gonna get your own set of Warcry terrain?
Not anytime soon. I need to finish what I started with Necromunda. Big builds in miniature, yo.
Diners driving and dives.
I am actually very proud of that set. That's the biggest I've gone yet, as far as just the sheer scope of it.
Okay. How big is it now?
I think I could fill an 8x4 pretty densely.
Okay.
It's like more terrain than we could possibly use in one game. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Which is good because that means we could start a campaign. So ideally, you don't want to be playing on the same terrain all the time. You know what I mean? You want each game to be a little different.
I
Have
see.
options.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta get that Yak Tribe account.
What is Yak Tribe?
Yak Tribe is like a Necromunda site, and it'll keep track of your gangs and everything. You could like build your gang on there.
I see.
And it keeps track of all the points values and all their stats and everything. And you can print out little like cards for them.
Yes.
So it's just really easy to make a game.
I see. Speaking of gangs and games and such, I don't understand how people are out there playing unpainted miniatures.
You're still on this.
No, like, that's why I haven't played Blackstone Fortress, because I'm slowly painting them all up, and I'm sitting there. I went to play it with, like...
To some people, it's just board games, you know what I mean?
I don't see how.
I don't
Like,
either,
if you're
but-
looking at little bits of red and gray plastic. If you have a chance, like, if you have the option to, like, make them interesting, you know?
You're preaching to the choir here.
That's my 2 cents on
I
it.
honestly don't think there's anything wrong with shaming people for that.
No, you shouldn't
Yeah.
shame people, but...
Yeah, I think it's okay. Because you've never been in a situation where you spend 200 hours on an army and you're really proud of it, and then you go to some tournament at a local shop and somebody like literally puts 3 dots of different colored paint on each miniature just to meet the requirement for the tournament. You know what I mean? It's insulting.
First of all, who the hell does that?
They exist, I'm telling you. Like, these gamers exist.
Well, those people are shitty, and... Like,
Paint again?
yeah.
I'm gonna change your focus a little bit.
And a pig bear.
Oh baby, I like it. Oh. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Give me the mic so I can take it away.
Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yum, shimmy, yeah. Poor ODB. There, we've run out of song requests. You're back at the mercy of
I'll be in there in a second.
Nightbot. It's like borderline anime music, but not.
Oh damn!
What is wrong?
He's gonna put the longest song in.
As I discovered the time I tried to play rappers. Oh shit! There we go. Let's do an explode. That's like half the fucking bottle. God damn
Feel
it.
free to type exclamation point SR and then whatever song request you guys
Dude, look
want.
how much paint just came out. It's like half the bottle of my just entire paint. Look at it.
Sorry.
No, you're not. You don't care.
That's why you need a wet palette.
There's way too much paint on that for that to be like even wet palette. That's like literally half the bottle. I made mistakes. Please request something else.
I did.
Well,
like even if you request something, it has to play through this song.
no, there is an error requesting your song.
Okay, hang on.
Here.
What is this? Seems like you don't like this song.
I do not.
Do you know this song?
No. It's like, it's random anime sounding music. There.
What'd you put on?
Some Morris Brown.
Oh no, Marty.
This is personally one of my favorite Outkast songs. Remember the video for this?
No.
You've heard this, right?
Think so?
This is the edited version I see.
So what's the plan for tomorrow?
Well, you are playing some...
6:30.
Other than that, I don't know. You know it's your weekend and you really are like, it's the weekend? Like, I took like an hour-long bath today. I sat there reading The Witcher in the bathtub and the book got all wet and it was amazing and perfect.
So you just want to hang out tomorrow?
Well, would you like to actually do things?
Yeah,
You wanted to
sure.
go to the store and get bacon, brie,
I can go
and
get that stuff.
blackberries. No, I'll come with you.
It's okay.
No, I'll come with you. I feel like that's an artery clog waiting to happen.
Is it?
You get bacon, brie, and like I guess you get the
It's definitely
blackberries.
Hobbit food.
Grilled cheese is basically just Hobbit food all the way around. You just see them in the Shire sitting there like toasting their like bread and cheese. Eating their, what is it, the farmer's lunch? The plowman's lunch.
Yeah, plowman's lunch.
I would really like that. You get some grapes and some cheese and some bread and like a little hunk of meat. A little hunk of like dried meat.
It's usually like cold like roast beef from the night before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Or like some like whatever they had on the carvery or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It might be a big chunk of ham or like
Get some like an apple with that or something and like some cheese.
yeah.
Okay, I'd eat that. I'd make a very good Hobbit.
Yes, I know this one.
Hot like the perm on the back of your neck, left it in too long, now you got Cabbage Patch.
What?
I sing the part. It's like hot like the perm on the back of your neck, left it in too long, now you got Cabbage Patch silky. I don't understand this part though, somehow his nose is open so wide. Listen. Why is his nose open so wide?
It's usually like People say that when they're like feeling something in there.
Is that actually a
I
thing?
don't know the rest of the context.
My nose is open so
It's a
wide.
dumb saying, yeah.
Is your nose open so wide?
No, it's a dumb saying.
Nose is open so wide. Quick request something else before Nightbot takes a hold.
Okay, let's see here. Help me out.
Put on Depeche Mode.
There we go.
They got, let into the Hall of Fame.
I heard about that.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
So did 9 Inch Nails, right?
Yes. What did you put in? Oh, got some Mac Miller. Oh no, he's just down there snoring on the floor.
Marty's
like
got a hard
good
life.
boy.
Oh no.
I know. It's so nice. He's down there snoring like a good boy next to his mommy daddy. That is so much better now that she doesn't have the leg pimples. Now that she doesn't look like she needs to go see God for pimple pops. See, sometimes the best thing you can do, guys, is start again. You get those people who like post on Facebook all the time about how they have all these miniatures, they're like terrified the paintings are gonna mess it up, and it's like, yeah, you're gonna mess it up. Like, yeah, that's how you learn.
You can always strip it.
I know. Like, strip that bitch down and start again. Like, but what about when you have that last detail and you fuck it up? It's like, well, then you strip it down and you start again, and this time you do it really good.
You drink it over there. How's that?
That is a vanilla milk stout.
Oh.
Would you like to try one?
No, thank you. Doesn't sound like my cup of tea.
What? It's
Did I
vanilla.
push it the alcohol?
It's vanilla.
Gotta wash my hands.
I have to call the post office tomorrow.
Oh, about the package.
Yeah, I procrastinated about it really bad today, and everyone called me like, "Did you call the post office?"
Oh my
and I was
God.
like, "Nope, I did not." She didn't call me. She messaged me, so I went ahead and called her back. Alright, she looks like 1,000 times better here. And it's still probably super out of focus. Oh, that's blurry as shit. Better. What's you up to over there?
You think of the sandstone, limestone look. I'm gonna go back over it with like a really light antique white.
Oh, very nice.
You like it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen them done that way yet.
You look nice.
It's my, is that on?
He is. It looks super good. Please pick another song. Baby. This looks super upside down. How much longer do you think we shall go for this evening?
What?
Then how much longer do you think we shall go for this evening?
Maybe, man.
What are you thinking?
10 to 15 minutes or so. I mean, these are pretty saturated. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do anything tonight.
I see.
Nothing.
You have to hang out while I apply this Reichland flesh shade.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a 5.
Okay.
What do you think of this? Like,
It looks so nice.
those guys.
You don't have to show me all of them. That looks very nice. I like his claws. They really pop. Yes, it looks so nice. He's gonna show me literally every fucking piece of
What about this?
I'm gonna backhand it out of your hand in a second.
So hard.
There's like 30 pieces of fucking like little shit there, and he's gonna show me every single one individually, and then ask me what I think. They all look very nice collectively, all of them as a whole. You get a 10 out of 10. We need new shades though. We haven't had Known Oil in a very long time. We haven't had Reichland. We have a little bit of Reichland Flesh Shade. I'm using it right now, but we need more. We haven't had Agrax Earth Shade since God knows when. Like, we should. I'm gonna get some shades for sure. Like, are these things that like they got in at work, or should I just go ahead and buy them from
There's
GW?
Known Oil. Yeah, they have most of it. It's my jam.
Please put something else on.
I did.
Fuck. Let's sit here and skip past goddamn Nightbot. Every time Nightbot picks a song, it sounds like I'm like living in Mario World out of nowhere. Doesn't it sound like some music you'd be driving around like the track to in Mario Kart?
Sounds like some music from Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
I never played any of the Sonic the Hedgehog games. Did that movie ever come out?
I saw a trailer for it.
Has it ever been like released?
Not yet. I saw a trailer for it like it's about to be released.
Oh god. Are you gonna go see Sonic the Hedgehog?
No.
Is that gonna be the one movie we go see in theaters in 2020?
No.
Is that gift card we've had?
I heard 1917 worth checking out.
I don't like war movies though. I just don't. Like, I'm sure it'll be good, but I won't enjoy it, you know? And if I'm gonna sit in a theater forever, I'd like to read something I would actually like watching. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I thought we were gonna go see the Joker movie.
Yeah.
We clearly never went and saw that.
We're gonna see it on,
So, FYI, everybody, I hate movie theaters. I feel like they're dirty and germy. So it's not just Brian not wanting to go see movies, it's also me. Movie theaters are germ-infested hellholes. Leave a star. You get scabies from movie theaters. Saw that in a news article. Somebody freaking got scabies in a movie theater, and I was just like, nope, I'm done. So now the only time I go see movies in theaters is when other people like really want to go, and then the whole time I'm like, ooh, we're all gonna die. Alright, there we go. We got our shade on. She looks so much better. I'm so glad I decided to go and like strip her and like start again. She looks so much better, baby. Thank you for priming her. Oh, don't fall over! We almost lost the last of the Reichland flesh shade there. Alright. Oak brown. Alright, and onto our other boot here. Okay. Alright, there's those. Clean the brush off. Oh shit, I dipped it in the fucking simple green water. I got that brown. I'll go ahead and do her gloves. Clean that off. Oh shit, it keeps sticking in the simple green water. Anyway, I'm gonna request a new song here. There we go. It's pulling away from the miniature because, of course, it has the simple green on it. And I went to brush that away, and I kind of fucked it up just a smidge. Now she's got a kidney-shaped fair spot right on her torso. Yeah, I'm gonna let her finish drying here before I move on to my next steps. For sure.
You have a white over there, like the craft white.
Nope. It would be like arid earth.
What's this?
Diantwood.
What?
Here's a white.
Blue.
That's totally blue.
Did you have the craft white though?
No.
You know.
You've heard this before.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm gonna let her dry and then come back and pick all the dog hairs off. And then do my next layer. Can I see that blue by you?
This one?
Yes. What did you use the blue for? You're using for the eyes.
I add a glow to the griffin eyes on the statues.
I did that dry brush and the frickin' chroma's blue. I don't feel like it pops enough.
I'm gonna venture and say you requested this song.
Yeah. I feel like I'm the only person I know who likes Diane.
What?
So I feel like I'm the only person I know who likes Diane.
I like it, but I don't know their whole catalog like you do.
I don't know their whole catalog.
You know a lot more of their songs than I do. You like go out and find new songs. I just kind of stumbled upon them.
Is it that like the rap part isn't that strong, or like?
No. What are you drinking there?
That's simple green.
Oh. It looks like a tasty beverage.
Don't drink that. Should I take another break, or do you think we're about done?
No. Pull a plug if you want.
Yeah, I'm kind of at a stopping point.
You're just stop point.
Yeah. Shall we do a raid?
Yeah, I'll see who's on. Wow, there's not a whole lot of people. Well, the usual people are off.
Let me see if anybody I follow is on here.
Steve T's not on. as usual. Anybody wants to make suggestions on who to raid? There's Rainer
There's
72.
Captain Madlove.
Give it who Rainer 72?
Who?
Rainer 72. Reiner.
So like Rob Reiner.
Yeah. Yeah,
Slash.
Reiner 72.
Is there any capitalization or?
No. So,
Oh, it's intended for mature audiences. Yay!
as all good streams should be.
All right, everybody. I may or may not be back tomorrow. Have a good night. What time are you streaming next?
Might do a Sunday stream.
Perhaps.
We'll see. We have a lot going on this weekend. But next week, I should be able to stream during the week. I had a bunch of shit going on this week.
Okay.
We're gonna try and get a regular day going.
Yes, we can do it. I believe in us.
So if anyone wants to hit me up on Instagram or something, have any suggestions for the stream, let me know. I'm TLS Terrain, Brian Paul Reese. This is Taste Dining Worlds.
Find us on Instagram, on Facebook, and here we go. Thanks, everybody, and have a good night.
Night. There's nobody on.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to him.